Okay, hear me out. Don't make fun of me just because you read the title. No, I'm not an Orlando Magic fan. The thoughts expressed in this video are merely my thoughts and opinion. Okay, anyways, nobody is talking about them, and I kind of understand why. They're not the flashiest, and they're not some juggernaut on top of the conference. On the other hand, they're not bad, and they're definitely not so bad that they get publicity for it. When most NBA fans think of the Orlando Magic in recent years, it doesn't typically invoke positive emotions or opinions. Usually fans think of mediocrity or sometimes even disgust. But they've changed my mind this season, and they might be coming to change yours. I'm not saying the Magic are contenders, but I think they could be, and if things go well, very soon. At the time of writing this, they're currently the 7th seed with a 33-26 record. Their starting 5 doesn't scream star power at all, but I think this team has great talent. In my opinion, the 2 stars on this team are obvious: Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Banchero has quickly become a star, getting his first All-Star nomination in his 2nd year in the league. He is currently averaging 22.7 points per game, 6.8 rebounds a game, 5.2 assists per game, and he's shooting 45.6% from the field. Banchero not only has the chops to be a great player in the NBA, but he could seriously be a superstar. He's extremely versatile and has a wide skill set that makes him extremely valuable on both ends of the court. Very efficient, and definitely one of the most promising young talents in the league. Next to Banchero is Wagner, who also has quickly ascended. In his 3rd year in the league, he's averaging 20.5 points per game, 5.6 rebounds a game, 4.1 assists per game, and he's actually shooting 47.6% from the field. Wagner is a player who's good at getting to the rim and finishing. He's shown that he's willing to improve as a perimeter scorer as well. These 2 guys are probably the first thing you think of when it comes to Orlando Magic recently, and for good reason. They're going to be pivotal for this squad for years to come as they start to ascend and get even more wins. While we could talk about them for forever though, I personally see a lot of talent in their supporting cast as well. Wendell Carter, when healthy, is a great big man who provides a lot of value. He can stretch the floor and provides a solid defensive presence. Jalen Suggs is also notable. I love watching this guy play. He's great on defense, and he's shown improvement when it comes to his shooting efficiency. Coming off the bench, I think Mo Wagner and Cole Anthony also provide great minutes. Anthony proves to be a great scorer off the bench, and Mo Wagner is also another strong presence on both ends of the court who can stretch the floor. So I've also talked a lot about defense recently. When you look at the box score, you might not see any eye-catching numbers, but if you watch the games, or even if you just study advanced statistics, you can see that this team is great defensively. Their rating as a whole is 112.2, which is the 5th best in the league. They also give up the 3rd least second chance points among everybody in the league, and as a team they average the 4th most steals a game at 8.1. This season, they've been an above 500 team. They've had some good months and a few bad months. They dominated November, going 11-2. Then slid in December and January, going 12-18 in those 2 months, and so far in February, they've been 8-2. So while they haven't been winning very consistently per se, they're still fighting the good fight. They're a competitive basketball team. Don't believe me? This season, they're 3-0 against the Knicks, 2-0 against the Nuggets, 2-0 against the Pacers, 2-2 against the Cavs, and 1-1 against the Timberwolves. In my opinion, some of these teams, actually all of these teams, are some of the top teams in the league. My point is that this team isn't going to lay down and die. They're a strong young team with a lot to prove, and they're only going to get better. Yes, the regular season doesn't mean much in this millennium. However, I'm going to make a bold prediction. One that may bite me in the ass a few months from now. Imagine this, it's the NBA playoffs. The Magic have secured, the 6th seed. If this Magic squad goes up against the Knicks, the Cavs, maybe the Heat, I could absolutely see them stealing a few games that nobody expects them to win. My bold prediction though, this team could win a 1st round matchup, a whole series. Yes, I'm willing to make that bet. I probably wouldn't put a lot of money on it, but I could sprinkle a few doubloons on that. Don't get it twisted though. This team is still a bit of away from real championship contention. I mentioned earlier that their talent is great, and Banchero and Wagner are already amazing and very consistent. But imagine if the Magic got their hands on another solid piece in the offseason. I mean, there's a lot of enticing free agents coming up after this season, and we're far from the offseason, but let's just look ahead for 1 second. I think the biggest need for this team is an upgrade at point guard. Markelle Fultz and Cole Anthony have shown flashes of brilliance, but I feel like they need a more consistent perimeter scorer, and someone who could be a consistent playmaker. So, D'Angelo Russell is available. He could provide a lot of value to this team. Or Tyus Jones maybe, that could work. He could be a facilitator. But one that stuck out to me was Emmanuel Quickley. he's going to be a restricted free agent, but he might perform well in Orlando. I think Quickly's kind of slept on. He's a great scorer, and I personally think he has a lot of potential as a playmaker. He could add some juice to the Magic. Only time will tell, and we still have a lot of season left, so they could make some trades as well in the offseason. I haven't really thought about that because free agency was just what came to mind as the most streamlined way to improve our roster. So, in conclusion, at the moment, this team has shown sparks of what they can do, and they have a lot of potential. However, that potential is going to take time to cultivate. Of course, we have to let things ride and see how they play out, but I think with a few adjustments, a few upgrades, they could seriously be a real contender. They're already stealing games from the top guys in the league, and they're making easy work of the lesser teams in the league. The Orlando Magic have struggled to stay relevant in the NBA picture since maybe the Dwight Howard days, but it looks like things are on the come up. The young Magic are on a mission. They're coming to change our minds. They're going to get wins from your favorite team, and they're going to show you that they're more than just the Magic they've been in recent years. What's going on, guys? Hope you guys enjoyed that one. I liked making this video. I personally love watching the Magic play, but again, not a Magic fan, so just my thoughts and opinions. You can disagree with them. I'd be happy to discuss them with you. But yeah, love making this one. I really do like this Magic squad. I love watching Paolo Banchero. He's going to be a superstar. Absolutely going to be a superstar. Yeah, thanks for watching.